welcome. And as Wade said, I am Stephanie Breedlove. I'm co-founder of Care.com HomePay and now new author of All-In, How Women Entrepreneurs Can Think Bigger, Build Sustainable Businesses, and Change the World. Celebrating the release of All-In is really not the reason that we are all gathered here this evening. All-In is a tool, it's a catalyst for turning up the volume on a conversation that's really important. It's a conversation about the importance of entrepreneurship to our economy and to society. And equally as important, about how vital women in entrepreneurship are going to be to the growth and the change that we seek. And All-In discusses how to answer the entrepreneurial call smartly, and it delivers strategies and best practices for building a business of value, and usually over a marathon, not a sprint. And these offerings are useful to anyone who's going about the business of building a business, woman or man. But the book is written from a woman's perspective, recognizing that the evolution of women in entrepreneurship is in its early stages. And for advancement to occur, we must have discussion, transparent discussion, on the business and the societal barriers, as well as transparent discussion of what the journey really looks like, and how in the world to create the progress that is smart to take us where we want to go. So, this gathering tonight matters, and it makes a difference. Hopefully, it is going to spur valuable conversation, new ideas, and progress will occur. One conversation, one effort at a time. My experience has proven to me that change does indeed happen one conversation at a time. Now, most of you may have turned out tonight because you wanted to support my latest project, or take advantage of an always stellar Jackson Walker event, or get to come to the Headliners Club. But I promise that these are not the reasons you're here. We believe that our economy and our society, our families, and that we as individuals are stronger, at our best, giving our best, when we achieve parity and equality, and we eradicate the barriers for both women and men. Now, you may not have been consciously thinking this. That's a big nugget. But I promise it's there. And it is an important part of being all in. So how do I know this? I know because over 20 years ago, I found myself as the co-founder of a self-funded startup. And I wasn't intentionally trying to tackle business barriers for women, or to prove that work and home life could indeed be complementary, not mutually exclusive, or to help prove that men want and deserve to be equal parents, or to set new norms. I was really just simply trying to be the entrepreneur, the parent, the spouse that I could be, all in to be the best to those around me. But with the path that I'd chosen, I found that we were regularly off-roading, blazing new trails, setting new norms in order to integrate our life and find the success that we desired. And over the years, I have learned that traveling the path of entrepreneurship with a journey that now has a beginning, a middle, and an end, it makes me an agent for change. You know, entrepreneurs are the creators of new jobs. We build new products and services. We are a part of the group that is revolutionizing society. But when women-owned businesses generate less than 4% of US revenue and employ less than 6.5% of our workers, it is easy to see that there is a dire need for stronger progress. When we went into business, I have to admit, I did feel more different as a female entrepreneur than I felt as a woman in corporate America in the mid-1990s. But I didn't feel alone. There were a lot of women starting small businesses and running small businesses. But as we grew and we scaled and we achieved enterprise size and industry and national leadership, all of a sudden I felt really alone. I used to turn to my husband and co-founder Bill, and I would say, "Do you feel like me? I don't want to feel like this." And he would say, "No, I'm sorry. I don't feel like you. There are tons of men doing exactly what I'm doing, and they're easy to see." So when I started to research for All-In, I learned that there are actually less than 10,000 businesses owned by women with 15 million or more in revenue, and that's in a landscape of 30 million businesses in the United States. And businesses owned by men are 3.5 times more likely to cross that $1 million revenue mark. The path to building scalable businesses should be traveled by many, many more women. Economic growth depends on it. As a matter of fact, economic growth in the United States is predicted to fall from 3%, where it's been for the last 100 years, to 2%, unless we can boost some untapped resources. And many economists think that women entrepreneurs are one of those untapped resources. And given the stats that I just shared with you, we have nowhere to go but up. So, following a successful company exit, I have answered a new calling. I have taken off my hat as a co-founder, and I'm now paying it forward as an author and an advocate for women in entrepreneurship. And to be honest, it's actually been very entrepreneurial. But I have stepped into the efforts to fill the gap in the lack of female role models. It's one of the top reasons that women don't start a business or take the steps to grow a business. And women entrepreneurs, they want to see who they can be. And it will help them to make decisions where there are no easy answers. And sharing the experiences of navigating the entrepreneurial landscape from those of us with a complete journey, it's vital to the advancement that we seek. You know, I define making a difference as bringing value to as many people as possible, as efficiently as possible. And All-In is striving to meet that goal. It is a blueprint of sorts for crafting a roadmap to entrepreneurial success. It is a combination of research-based information and practical guidance from what the journey looked like. Whether it's trying to build financial, human, or social capital for your business, or thinking big, or tackling life balance, I tackle it because there is so much that is integral to success. And if All-In can help to close the gap in the lack of female role models by even just a little, then my singular efforts will be contributing to the power of the collective efforts for smart progress. And we all know that collective efforts are far more powerful than anything that we could do alone. And you are here to participate in the progress. And your participation will lead to an experience of wins. I am so glad that you've come to see this evening to join the conversation and to think about being all in.